let's be real. Most people don't move forward. They let fear win. They let doubt creep in and convince them that they aren't ready, that they aren't good enough, that they don't have what it takes. They let that negative voice in their head hold them back from everything they're capable of. But the bold, they silence that voice. They replace it with a mindset of confidence and determination. They refuse to let fear dictate their future. So many people are sitting on the sidelines of their own lives, watching others succeed, wondering why they can't seem to make it happen. It's not because they aren't capable. It's not because they aren't talented. It's because they aren't taking action. They're waiting for permission. They're waiting for someone to tell them it's their time. They're waiting for all the conditions to be perfect before they start. And in that waiting, they waste time, they lose opportunities, they watch their potential slip away. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is simple action. The bold take action, even when they're afraid, even when they don't have all the answers, even when the odds seem impossible. They don't wait for the perfect moment, they create it. They don't sit around hoping things will work out in their favor. They make it happen. That's what separates those who succeed from those who never reach their full potential. You have to understand that fear is always going to be there. Fear doesn't disappear when you become successful. Fear doesn't go away when you get more experience. Fear doesn't vanish when you start seeing progress. It's always there. The only difference is that successful people don't let fear control them. They don't let it stop them from moving forward. They feel the fear and take action anyway. Because here's the truth. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite it. So ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to be bold, to take risks, to go all in on yourself? Because that's what it takes. You can't tiptoe your way to success. You can't wait for someone to hand it to you. You have to go out there and take it. You have to wake up every day with the mindset that nothing is going to stop you. Not fear, not doubt, not failure. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't belong to the smartest person in the room. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the one who refuses to quit. It belongs to the one who shows up, who puts in the work, who keeps pushing no matter how many times they get knocked down. It belongs to the one who decides right now that they are done waiting, done hesitating, and done playing small. So this is your moment. This is your time. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more letting fear control your life. Step up, take action, and go claim what's yours, because success belongs to the bold. And if you want it, you have to be willing to go after it with everything you've got. Too many people spend their lives waiting for permission, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for the fear to go away. But waiting is a trap. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The more you hesitate, the more opportunities slip through your fingers. If you're serious about success, you have to be willing to act right now, today, without hesitation, without fear dictating your choices. And I get it. Taking action is scary. It's uncomfortable. It forces you to face uncertainty, to deal with setbacks, to navigate challenges that you didn't see coming. But guess what? That's how growth happens. That's how confidence is built. Every time you push through fear, every time you take a step forward, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. And the more you do that, the stronger you become. But here's the thing. The perfect moment doesn't exist. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be obstacles, challenges, and things that make you question whether or not you're ready. But you have to move anyway. You have to take action even when you're unsure, because the people who succeed, they aren't the ones who have all the answers. They're the ones who trust themselves enough to take that first step, even when the path isn't clear. Every successful person you see today was once in a position where they had to make a choice. Stay comfortable or take a leap. And I guarantee you, the ones who made it, they took the leap. They don't let fear hold them back. They don't let doubt stop them. They don't waste time worrying about what could go wrong. Instead, they focused on what could go right. They focused on what they could control. They focused on making moves instead of making excuses. Success isn't about luck. It isn't about waiting for the right time or hoping things will magically fall into place. It's about stepping up and making things happen. It's about having the guts to take risks, the courage to push through fear, and the resilience to keep going even when everything seems stacked against you. Success belongs to the bold, the ones who refuse to back down, the ones who refuse to accept mediocrity, the ones who demand more from life and are willing to fight for it. Let me tell you something. If you want to win in life, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to step outside of what feels safe and take the kind of risks that most people are too afraid to take. The truth is, nothing great has ever been achieved by playing it safe. Playing it safe will keep you exactly where you are, stuck, frustrated, watching others move ahead while you sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment. Every single day you have two choices. You can stay where you are, stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same excuses, living the same life, or you can make the decision to step up, to take action, to stop playing small, to go after what you really want without apology, without hesitation, without fear holding you back. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to be bold enough to take that first step, because momentum builds when you move. Confidence grows when you take action. The more you push forward, the stronger you become. The bolder you are, the more unstoppable you get. And look, not everyone is going to understand your journey. Not everyone is going to support you. There will be people who doubt you, people who try to pull you down, people who tell you to slow down. Ignore them. Block them out. Their fear has nothing to do with your future. Their doubts have nothing to do with your destiny. They are not the ones living your life. You are. So why would you let their opinions dictate what you do? Listen to me. Hesitation kills dreams faster than failure ever will. Failure is a lesson. It's a stepping stone. It's proof that you're in the game, that you're trying, that you're learning. But hesitation is a slow death. It's watching opportunities pass you by. It's knowing you could have done more, but you didn't. It's living with regret because you let fear keep you from taking your shot. If you want to win, you have to start moving before you feel ready. You have to take that first step, even when the path ahead isn't clear. You have to bet on yourself before anyone else does. Because here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you the life you want. If you don't take control of your future, someone else will. And trust me, they won't hesitate to take the opportunities you were too scared to grab. Success doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't knock politely on your door and ask if you're ready. It doesn't care about your excuses, your fears, or your doubts. Success belongs to the bold, the people who step up, take action, and refuse to back down, no matter what stands in their way. If you want to win, you have to move like you deserve it. You have to act like it's already yours. You have to claim it before anyone else does. The problem is too many people hesitate. Too many people talk about what they're going to do instead of actually doing it. They have the ideas, the dreams, the vision, but they don't execute. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for the fear to disappear. They wait for someone to tell them it's okay to move forward. And while they wait, someone else is out there making things happen. Someone else is taking the risks they were too afraid to take. Someone else is building the life they only talk about. Boldness isn't about having all the answers. It's not about knowing exactly how things will turn out. It's about trusting yourself enough to move forward anyway. It's about understanding that no one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to take it. You have to demand it. You have to work for it. The bold understand that rejection, setbacks, and struggles are just part of the process. They don't let temporary obstacles stop them from achieving long-term success. They don't let fear of embarrassment keep them from making bold moves. They don't let the opinions of small-minded people dictate the size of their dreams. So the question is, are you ready to be bold? Are you ready to stop waiting and start moving? Are you ready to take the risks necessary to build the life you keep dreaming about? Because success is out there, it's waiting, but it doesn't belong to the ones who wait. It belongs to the ones who move, the ones who act, the ones who refuse to let fear, doubt, or hesitation hold them back. You've got to be willing to take chances. You've got to be willing to invest in yourself even when nobody else does. There are people out there with half your talent, half your intelligence, half your skill set, but they're winning because they took the shot. They weren't afraid to put themselves out there, to make mistakes, to look foolish in the beginning. Meanwhile, you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for everything to be perfect before you start. That's why you're stuck. That's why you're frustrated. Not because you don't have what it takes, but because you haven't taken the bold steps necessary to claim what's yours. And I get it. Fear is real. Doubt is real. But you have to decide what's stronger, your fear or your desire to succeed. Because at the end of the day, hesitation will cost you more than failure ever will. You can recover from failure, you can learn from failure, but hesitation, that's time you'll never get back. That's opportunities you'll never see again. That's doors you didn't walk through because you let fear convince you to stay put. You see, the problem isn't that you don't have what it takes. The problem is that you keep waiting for some magical sign to tell you it's time. But life doesn't give signs to people who hesitate. Life rewards those who step forward first. The bold don't wait. They create their own opportunities. They knock on doors until one opens. They don't sit around hoping for things to get better. They make them better. They aren't afraid to fail because they know failure is part of the process. Every misstep, every mistake, every setback is just another lesson that makes them stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next move. Success isn't for the hesitant. It's not for the people who wait, who doubt, who sit on the sidelines, hoping life will hand them a golden opportunity. Success belongs to the bold, the ones who dare to take risks, the ones who move before they feel ready, the ones who bet on themselves when no one else will. If you want to win in life, you have to stop waiting for permission, stop second guessing yourself, and stop playing it safe, because safe won't get you where you want to go. Safe won't make you great. Safe won't change your life. Think about it. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by accident. They stepped up when others stepped back. They took chances when others hesitated. They decided that failure wasn't something to fear, but something to use. The people who change the game, the ones who leave a legacy, are the ones who refuse to let fear control them. They push through their doubts. They make moves even when they're uncertain. They understand that waiting for the perfect moment is a lie, because the perfect moment will never come. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to keep second guessing yourself. Every single day that you hesitate is a day you can never get back. Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment you could have spent building something great. The bold don't waste time. They move with urgency. They understand that every second counts, and they use every moment to push themselves forward. So what are you waiting for? What dream have you been putting on hold? What goal have you been talking about but never acting on? It's time to stop talking and start doing. It's time to stop hesitating and start executing. You already have everything you need inside of you. The only thing missing is action. And when you start taking action, everything changes. The doors that once seemed closed begin to open. The opportunities that seemed out of reach start coming your way. The success that once felt impossible becomes inevitable, because success belongs to the bold. And the bold, they don't wait. They don't hesitate. They take action. They take risks. They bet on themselves. And because of that, they win. But you've got to be willing to go through the fire. You've got to be willing to step into discomfort, to do things that scare you, to put yourself in situations where you might fail. Because failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as fuel. They learned from it. They grew from it. And then they got back up and kept going. And that's exactly what you need to do. Stop letting the fear of failure hold you back. Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop waiting for permission. The only permission you need is your own. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to take action. Think about the times in your life when you played it safe, when you let fear win, when you held yourself back because you weren't sure how things would turn out. Now think about how different your life could be right now if you had just taken the leap, if you had just trusted yourself and moved forward despite the uncertainty. Regret doesn't come from trying and failing. It comes from never trying at all. You see, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop through action. Every time you take a risk, every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you push past fear, you build confidence. The bold don't wait to feel confident before they act, and that's what creates confidence. Every time you take action, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are built for this. And over time, that belief in yourself grows stronger and stronger. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for the right conditions. They tell themselves, I'll start when I have more time. I'll go for it when I have more money. I'll take the leap when I feel more confident. But let me tell you something. You will never feel 100% ready. The stars will never align perfectly. There will always be a reason to wait, to hesitate, to stay in your comfort zone. And that's why so many people never reach their potential. They wait so long for the perfect moment that they let opportunities slip through their fingers. But the people who make things happen, the people who rise to the top, they operate differently. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They take the first step even when they're unsure. They start with what they have, where they are, and they figure it out along the way. I think that's how success is built, not through perfect plans, but through bold action. Because success belongs to the bold, and the bold, they don't wait. They go after what they want. They take risks. They believe in themselves. They show up every single day and put in the work. And eventually they win. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. It's time to be bold. It's time to take action. It's time to step into the life you were meant to live. The world does not reward those who hesitate. It does not celebrate those who sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect opportunity. It rewards those who move, those who make bold decisions, those who refuse to let fear dictate their path. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to take action before you feel ready. You have to be willing to step forward even when the path ahead is uncertain, because success belongs to the bold, and the bold don't wait, they create. You can be one of them. You have everything you need inside of you. You have the talent, you have the ability, you have the drive. The only thing missing is action. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to move forward. Your willingness to take that first step, even when you're scared. Your willingness to believe in yourself when no one else does. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop doubting yourself. Start moving. Start building momentum. Start showing up for yourself every single day with the mindset that nothing is going to stop you. Success isn't given. It's earned. It belongs to the ones who are willing to do the work, to take the risk, to put themselves out there even when they're scared. It belongs to the bold. So ask yourself, are you ready to be bold? Are you ready to take control of your life and start moving toward your goals with everything you've got? Because if you are, there's nothing that can stop you. Not fear, not doubt, not failure. The only thing that can hold you back is you. But today, right now, you have a choice. You can keep waiting, keep hesitating, keep watching life pass you by, or you can step up and take action. You've got to stop waiting. You've got to stop hesitating. If you want success, you have to be willing to step up and take it. You have to be willing to make bold moves, to take risks, to bet on yourself, even when no one else does. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to give you permission to go after your dreams. That's something you have to decide for yourself. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who are out there making an impact, changing lives, building businesses, achieving greatness. Do you think they got there by playing it safe? Do you think they got there by waiting until they felt ready? No. They stepped up. They took action. They pushed through fear. They made mistakes. They failed. They struggled, but they never stopped. That's why they're successful. That's why they're living the life others only dream about. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck, talent, or intelligence. It's action, bold action. The ones who rise to the top are the ones who refuse to let fear dictate their lives. They don't wait for a perfect moment. They don't overthink every decision. They trust themselves enough to take the leap. And that's the mindset you need if you want to achieve greatness. Too many people live their lives on the sidelines. They have dreams, they have goals, they have a vision for their future, but they never act on it. They let fear keep them frozen. They tell themselves, what if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if people judge me? And because of that fear, they do nothing. And let me tell you something, doing nothing is the worst decision you can make. Playing it safe is the fastest way to a life of regret. You've got to stop waiting for the fear to go away, because it won't. Fear will always be there. It's part of the process. The people who make things happen aren't fearless. They just refuse to let fear control them. They feel the fear and move forward anyway. They understand that fear is a sign that they're stepping into something bigger, something that will force them to grow. So instead of running from it, they embrace it. When you take bold action, something powerful happens. You begin to realize that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. You start proving to yourself that you're stronger, smarter, and more resilient than you thought. Every challenge you face, every setback you overcome, every risk you take builds you into the person you're meant to be. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. Confidence doesn't come from staying where it's safe. It comes from putting yourself out there, from taking risks, from going after what you want, even when the outcome is uncertain. And let's talk about failure, because if you're taking action, you will fail. It's inevitable. But failure is not the end of the road. It's not a sign that you should give up. Failure is feedback. It's a lesson. It's a test to see how bad you really want it. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who get back up every time they fall. They use failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. They analyze what went wrong, they adjust, they learn, and they keep moving forward. Think about some of the most successful people in the world. They didn't just wake up one day at the top. They got there by taking action, by failing, by learning, by growing, by refusing to quit. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Did they give up? No. They used their failures to fuel them. They kept going. They kept taking action, and because of that, they became legends. Now, I need you to understand something. Your success is your responsibility. No one is going to hand it to you. No one is going to knock on your door and say, here's everything you ever wanted. You have to go out and get it. You have to fight for it. You have to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and do what others aren't willing to do. And you have to do it every single day. Success isn't built on one big moment. It's built on consistent action, day in and day out. Some people wait for motivation to hit before they take action. But let me tell you something. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel inspired and some days you won't. But if you only take action when you feel like it, you'll never get anywhere. The real winners are the ones who take action regardless of how they feel. They show up when they're tired. They put in the work when no one's watching. They don't make excuses. They just execute.